Good evening, everybody. Welcome to our coach opportunity call tonight, where I'm here to give you all the information and really the inside scoop about coaching with Team Beachbody. I apologize in advance for my voice. It's playing a little bit of tricks on me with the weather outside going from cold to hot and hot to cold. But I'm going to spend the next 20, 30 minutes going over the opportunity and giving you a little bit of insight on what coaching has done for me since I started just 3.5 years ago. It seems almost like an eternity, 3.5 years, but it has been by far the best 3.5 years of my life. So, briefly in advance, I just again want to tell you we'll probably be about 20 to 30 minutes on the call. I am going to give you the who, what, when, where, and whys of coaching. So a lot of the questions that you may have, I'm going to be answering for you. And in advance, I also want to let you know that if you have any questions or any topics that you want to know that I don't address in this call, feel free to message me or whoever invited you to join this call tonight, and we're happy to discuss this further with you. So a little bit about me. My name is Amy Coppola. I am a mom to Sebastian and Angelina, and they're 6 and 9 years old. And prior to Beachbody, I was an accounting manager. I did that for 13 years and did that successfully. But I knew that that wasn't what I was cut out to do in life. I was organized, detail-oriented. I liked numbers. So it fit, but it wasn't fulfilling me. I really wasn't feeling like at the end of the day, I'm fulfilling my life's purpose. I'm making a difference here on the earth. And for each person, that's different. But for me, that just wasn't my magical fit. So I came to Beachbody, and I've always enjoyed fitness. Not that that's a necessity, but I've always enjoyed fitness. But my friend, Becky Brosset, who is my coach, had been online on Facebook posting all this information about how she was getting, her baby weight off, and we had children around the same time. And she kept looking leaner and leaner. And I was just so amazed because although I thought I was working out, I really, thought about going to the gym a lot. In actuality, I was maybe making it to the gym once a week, if that. And I was not getting that pre-baby body back that I was really looking for. My energy was low. I was always tired, and I just didn't feel healthy. So I'm watching my friend Becky online, and again, like I said, her health is improving, her physique is improving. So finally one day I reached out to her and said, Becky, what is it that you're doing? And she said, well, can you believe I'm doing, P90X? It's been amazing. I do it from my house, so it's no problem having to have someone to watch the kids. I can do it right from my home. And it's been really effective. As you can see, I'm getting great results. So when I heard that, I was pretty skeptical. I'm like, P90X, that's that thing on TV. Yeah, right. I didn't really believe it. I kind of thought it was one of these, fads, like, these terrible things like hydroxy cuts or, the Thigh Master. Anybody remember that? So I wasn't really, believing that that was something that was really making such a big difference in her life. So I sat back and I stayed watching and watching. And unfortunately, I waited an entire year before I finally said, you know what, that's it. I need to try this for myself. And I finally contacted her and tried out P90X2 when it was first released. And I woke up every morning at 5 a.m. because I really did not have time, to spend a whole lot of time driving to the gym, getting settled in, getting a machine or finding a biking class if I was going to spinning, and spending an entire hour there. So I made a time in my day every day at 5 a.m. to wake up, and I completed that program. And by the time I finished it, I realized, wow, this is really legit. Like, this is creating that athletic body that I used to have, that I missed so much, and I feel good. I felt amazing. And so from there, I really started looking into it a bit more. At the same time, in my personal life, I had a lot of things going on. On the outside, I was married and, was an accounting manager and had 2 kids and the perfect American dream, right? But on the inside, I had really lost myself, and I was really unhappy. We were facing a lot of financial hardships, and my marriage was also failing. So it was something that I felt was just spiraling out of control. But completing P90X2 actually gave me a sense of control, that if nothing else, I could at least control my health and I could take back, that piece of me. And that really gave me such a great boost of confidence, and just a feeling that, I could still, handle things and work through things and do tough things that were going to produce a great result. So, in the midst of all that, I approached Becky about coaching. I wanted to get Shakeology. And like I said, we were having very tough financial times. So I had heard, she told me that there was a discount that you could get as a coach, which was 25%. And also, if any of my friends wanted to do the program with me, I could actually get my costs of my Shakeology covered. So I saved up, for my first challenge pack, which was how I enrolled. And I went ahead and got it. And I gave myself this ultimatum. I said, okay, you saved up money. You've got this 30-day supply of Shakeology, and you've got this new program. Now, you've got 30 days basically to find 3 people, 3 of your friends, family, whoever wants to do this with you. And with that, you're going to be able to cover the costs of, your Shakeology next month. So I said, okay, I'll give it a try. Worst case scenario, I canceled, because you can cancel at any time. There's no strings, there's no nothing. So that's what I set out to do. And in that first month, I actually had 3 friends who joined with me, and they were really excited. We started what was my first challenge group, which was just a group of us who did this program together. And it was still one of, to this day, it's still one of my favorite groups that I ever hosted, because we just really dove into this program, and it really created some great results for us. But at the end of that first month, I realized, you know what? I did it. It wasn't that hard. Maybe I can do this again the next month. And within that first month, I had also learned about, there was a trip to Disney World that you could earn. And that's what they call the Success Club vacation trip that they do once a year. And I heard about that, and I thought, well, that would be cool. I mean, my kids haven't been to Disney. We really are tight on money. I don't know what the outcome of this year is going to be, but there's nothing pretty looking, in the immediate future. So I wonder if that's something that, I could do. I looked into it, and sure enough, it was basically that I had to continue doing what I had done that month in order to earn the trip that year, which was basically enrolling 3 new clients or coaches each month, from there to the end of the year. So I said, you know what, I'm going to go for it. I did it this month. I'm really having fun with this. I'm enjoying it. And I'm helping my friends. They're loving it. Why not give this a try? I have nothing to lose, right? So I did it every month after that. And some months were easy. Some months were a little bit tougher. But, things in my personal life were getting worse and worse. And I just kept thinking, you know what? At the end of this year, if I can get, a trip to Disney World, and this was not Disney World that you stay on your sister's couch and, sneak in the park or something with an employee. This was a full, which I love doing, by the way, but this was the full blown package. This was, you're staying in the Disney Yacht Club. We're giving you park tickets. We're giving you, spending cash. It was just an amazing trip. So I kept saying, if at the end of this year, no matter what happens, I can at least, have that happy silver lining that I can take my kids to the world's happiest place on the earth, I'm just going to feel like a little bit better about this situation, everything that's going on. So I worked and worked, and every month I just, did that. And I was only working towards the trip. I really had no idea the income potential at that time. But to me, the trip was worth, it was priceless for me. And so right at the end of the year, I actually pulled it in, and we did it. We got that, trip to Disney World. And not ironically, but coincidentally, or at the same time, the financial status of where we were at, I had been laid off, and there was all kinds of other things brewing. We had to file bankruptcy, and it was just at its bottom worst. And we really didn't even have money for, the kids for Christmas. And we had like little trinkets, but I felt so bad, not being able to go do big Christmas. But I knew like I could put those Christmas, those Disney tickets underneath the Christmas tree. So I did that. And Christmas morning, they were just ecstatic to know that Santa, so they thought, brought them this trip to Disney World. And it was just, it saved our Christmas that year. It really did. And in the weeks following, I went ahead and separated from my husband, and we started going through the divorce process. So in the midst of all that, I knew that I was still able to do that for my kids. And I had started this little side business in the meantime. I'd created this really great foundation with my business. And again, I still had no idea. I was still doing it as a hobby, that this could be something I could do full time. But I had, just by doing those, minimal monthly activities, created a really great foundation for my business. So fast forward a few months, filed for bankruptcy, filed for divorce. I'm trying to reinvent myself because I'm starting at the bottom, right? And I have this accounting job, and it's now I'm working in downtown, where you finish at 5:30 every day, then half hour to an hour traffic to go pick up my kids from aftercare, to rush home, to do homework, to try and cook dinner and still keep it clean and healthy and not do takeout. And it, I knew no matter what that I was going to get through this, because I wouldn't have, I'm a fighter. I would never let my kids, down more than I already had, in my opinion. But I knew that I was going to find a way to make this work. I had gone back to school in the meantime. So a lot of times people think too, well, I can't do this. I don't have time. I did not have time. So I thought, but since I had already developed a hobby out of it, I didn't think of it as that. And it was providing an additional income at that point, minimal, but it was. So, I had gone back to school. I was pursuing a paralegal degree. Since I had started working in an attorney's office, I figured I could pick up extra paralegal work. And so I had gone back to school for that. I'm now, doing the single mom kind of thing, running around, trying to figure out that reinvent, after being married 10 years, just this new way of life. But within those first couple months, I just thought to myself, this is not the life that I'm going to live. This is not the life that I'm going to give my children. This is not acceptable, and I didn't know how. I didn't know what to do, but I knew that I was going to do something, because I had to change. This was not going to work. And also, I wasn't making all that much money at that point to, be on a single income, because I had gone back to work after being laid off at, a decrease in my income, but just to, start over again. So all that being said, come the Success Club trip that I went to in Disney World, I actually sat down with one of my upline team members, and he sat down and explained in great depth the income and the compensation plan to me. And I sat down with him, and I realized, you know what, this is going to take a while. It's not going to happen overnight. But if I just continue what I've been doing and maybe put a little bit more in, this could actually be my full-time job. And that's not for everybody. That may not be for you. Excuse me. We have all kinds of, sorry. We have all kinds of different coaches on our team. Some who enjoy it as a hobby. Oh, my voice is going out. Sorry. We'll give a coach plug. Okay, I'm going to try and push through this last little bit, but you can do it for whatever you want. But for me, I was enjoying it so much, and I saw the income potential. So I really went after it. And by September of that year, I was actually able to leave my job and become a full-time Beachbody coach. And fast forward a few years later, and I am just completely in such a different place in my life. I have created this flexible schedule that I can work from wherever, whenever, however much I want, however little I want. I can take time off when my kids are sick. I can go on vacation with them without having to ask for time off. And my income, I don't have a ceiling over me anymore. I can make, as much as time as I want to put in, as many people as I choose to help. That's going to directly correlate the amount of income that I can create for myself. And that's something that I can continue growing with for a long time. And right now, even at this point, I have people who have joined my team as lawyers, as veterinarians, as teachers, as stay-at-home moms, from all different walks of life. And they're able to do this as well, whether they want to do it as a hobby, again, part-time, or if they want to make this their full-time thing. So this is also an opportunity for you. So that's what I'm going to give you a little bit more detail about in the next 15 minutes. If my voice doesn't give out on me again, we're just going to kind of go over who, what, when, where, why. So who can do it? As I was just saying, anybody can do it, male, female. You have to be over 18, and you have to be within US and Canada at this point. But other than that, anybody can do this. Like I said, stay-at-home moms, uh, anybody who's a corporate professional, you do not need to be a personal trainer. You do not need to be a nutritionist. Those things are helpful if you are a nutritionist or a personal trainer. That's actually great because you have already a knowledge base and you probably have clientele who you can support regardless if they move away or if they can make it to your class or not. Or even if they're on a limited income that they can't come see you for personal sessions right now. Sorry. So anybody can do this. And, the programs itself are basically given to us by Beachbody, and we help people who engage in these programs and support them basically by, holding them accountable. And that's really the way the Coach Network came about, because in the beginning, they had P90X on TV and they were doing great, in the retail side. And the customers who would order P90X were having phenomenal results. But there was the percentage of people who were actually completing the program versus who were giving up halfway through, was something that corporate knew that could be improved on. And so that's when they really reached out and created the Coach Network. And they said, you know what, we're going to open this not only to just our own retail, but also to this Coach Network where we can have these coaches earn a commission if they sell something, one of our products. But in addition, we're going to give that value to our customer, that they're going to have someone there that they can count on, that they can say, hey, how's it going? How are you doing? How are you feeling? Keep it up. I know you can do it. And somebody there to believe in them and really help them. So that is one of the things that we do. We support people, and we do this. You can do it in person. You can do it, primarily my business is mostly done online. You can do it however you choose. You're going to be the owner of your own business with this. So it's really entirely a personal preference or what works for you. For me, I'd say 100% of my coaching done online. So a lot of times when people ask me, what do you do? I actually tell them I'm an online health and fitness coach. And that's what I do. I can check in with people by email if they're not on Facebook. My preferred method is Facebook because we run actual, private groups there where they can meet other challengers. They check in whatever time during the day. Maybe you are even part of a challenge group right now. And so the camaraderie and the help that it really brings being part of this. In addition to that, I know not everyone is on Facebook, but corporate will be launching in the next few months an actual group, challenge group app. So for clients who don't want to be on Facebook or who just don't engage in it very much, there's actually going to be an app that we can do the same thing through an app on their smartphone or tablets. So they check in every day to their app. It reminds them even. It'll send them push notifications. And they check in with you there. And you can chat with the group there in that app. So that's a really cool thing that's coming up soon. But that's what we do. So again, you can work from anywhere. I've, loved traveling, and I've been able to do a lot more of that the past few years. Thank you to Beachbody. And so I have worked from Africa, from Morocco. I've worked from Costa Rica. I've worked from Ecuador. I've worked most recently from Rome. And it's, it doesn't have to be extravagant. I can also work from the soccer field while I'm watching my kids practice. It's, something that's really flexible. The time that you want to put into it is entirely up to you. You can, choose to work every night from 9 to 10 at night if that's what works for you. If you're a stay-at-home mom and you want to do it during your kids' nap time, whatever the schedule that works best for you is entirely your prerogative. It's your business, so you can work whatever schedule it is. As far as training, we do offer training groups within the team on Facebook, as well as soon as you enroll as a coach, you're set up with an online office that corporate sets up immediately for you. And there is also a self-paced training program in the website. So you can go in there, and even if you had no idea who I was, of course, I'm here to support you and help you launch your own businesses and support you throughout the way. And as is the person who invited you, if it wasn't me to join this call tonight. But Even if we didn't exist, they have the entire training support located right inside your online office, which again, you can access from anywhere at any time. So it gives you all the information on, challenge packs, which is, the product that we like to offer most to our clients with the greatest value and greatest results. It gives you all the information on all the different programs, on the nutritional programs offered. So you're never going to feel like you don't have enough information. On the contrary, you'll find that you have probably more information than you need to use. But you don't have to learn it all. You kind of, learn as you go, and that's perfectly fine. So where, again, from anywhere, and why do we do this? I did forget to mention, as far as who can do this, you must be a person who cares about other people. If you're not, go ahead and disconnect, because that is the business that we're in. We're in the business of helping other people. Yes, it is fitness and nutrition based, so that's great if you have that experience. But more importantly than anything, you have to have a passion for helping other people, and that is one of the very few requirements for being a Beachbody coach. Is you must be passionate about helping other people, and that's really why we do what we do. At the end of the day, yes, there is this wonderful income opportunity. There's this awesome entrepreneurial opportunity for you to have your own business, and you can incorporate if you want to. You can go as great guns as you want with this. But you are also going to have such a feeling of fulfillment, of purpose, of just absolute contentment when you have your first challengers who tell you, I lost 5 pounds, or my digestion has improved. Like, I can't tell you. And I'm going to tell you a side note. You're going to start hearing about digestion and all kinds of things you never thought you'd hear about. But you know what? You're actually happy about it, because people are so happy. People are so thankful for the changes that they're seeing just by using our programs. Our programs are extremely effective. If you're doing one right now for yourself, then you already know. If you haven't, you'll be doing one as soon as you become a coach, and you'll see right away that they are absolutely amazing. And, if you haven't done one of our programs yet, or if you're just starting, a lot of times people say, well, I have to be, a particular size or weight or at my health goal before I'm going to, ever feel confident coaching. And that's not, that is not true. I'm going to demyth that right now, because how many times have you seen somebody, let's say someone who's 400 pounds, okay? And it doesn't have to be, that size or extreme, but let's, for example, say you've seen someone who's 400 pounds and you've maybe watched them on TV and The Biggest Loser or something, one of these type shows, and they've lost 100 pounds and they're still 300 pounds. So they still have a way to go in their journey, but you just cheer for them. You're encouraged by them. You're motivated by them. You're inspired by them. That comes because they are giving it their all. And when you give your all to our programs, when you launch into this with your own health in mind, health improvement, you're going to see that your authentic go-get-it attitude is going to inspire other people. And as the results start coming, even more people at that point will begin to just naturally come to you and say, hey, what are you doing? You look great. And so that leads me to another point. We're not salespeople. And that's another big myth. Yeah, oh, I don't have any sales experience. I don't know, I don't know how to sell. And I don't want to be one of those icky salespeople anyways, right? Are you saying that? Maybe? Okay, well, good news. I'm not an icky salesperson. I have 0 sales experience. And I still, at this level, don't consider myself, a salesperson. What I do is I share my journey. I share, in the beginning, I was just sharing my fitness journey. And, you may have seen it on my page before, my before and after. I lost 30 pounds and completely reshaped my body. It was wonderful. And I feel fantastic. And my nutrition's on point and my blood tests are on point and all these things. But I didn't start that way. And when I started, I was sharing all the time what I was doing. And people would tell me, that's awesome. You're really inspiring me. You're motivating me. And, again, you can do that same thing. And it's not that you're out selling things. It's just like if you go to a great movie, and let's say you went to Star Wars last week and you said, oh, Star Wars was awesome. And you go tell your friend, man, I just went to see Star Wars. I love Star Wars. You got to see Star Wars. And they're like, yeah, I'm going to go see Star Wars. And they go see Star Wars because you told them it was great and they believed you, but you're not getting paid from the movie theater, right? No. Well, Beachbody, you're really lucky, is a little bit different, because when you tell people, hey, guess what? I just did the 21-day fix and it's awesome. I love it. And they're like, yeah, I want to try it too. Okay, great. And you actually give them your website. The Beachbody sets up for you. And when they order through your website, you're paid a commission. You're paid a 25% commission. Well, it's between 25 and 30% commission, depending on exactly what they enroll with. But you're paid a commission, and you're then, there's like success partner, you're their accountability partner, and you go on this journey together. And yet at the same time, you're able to create the source of income for you. So that's just, debunking that myth that you need to be a salesperson, or you need to be a different, shape than what you currently are. It's not true. And you can do this, believe me. So that leads me to the, kind of ending point, which is how to earn. And like I just told you, you're set up with a website that corporate gives you as soon as you enroll. Within about an hour, your online office and your websites have been automatically generated. And whenever anyone, friends, families, people that you meet on the street, people that you meet on Facebook, whenever anyone orders anything through your website, you're paid a commission on that. In addition, as you begin growing your own team of coaches, you can also earn what's called team cycle bonuses, which is basically a bonus for what orders are coming through your team. So we go into all the specifics of that. And if you want to know more about that, I'm happy to go into the specifics of it with you. But generally speaking, that's how you earn an income. And that's how it's done. We do not handle shipping. We do not handle payments. We do not handle inventory. We don't do any of that. And that is amazing, because I've heard of so many other direct sales companies that have to worry about all that. And I can tell you, I would have never probably, felt comfortable trying to juggle all that with the way that my life was, especially when I started. But great news, none of that is necessary. Corporate takes care of all of that for us. They even take care of our website. We have direct deposit every Thursday. I mean, this is like as good as it gets around here. And the only thing that you're charged is $15.95 per month. And that's not like $1,595. It's $15.95, as in $16 per month business fee. That's it. And in addition to that, you have a discount on your own Shakeology, that even as a coach, even with that $16 fee, you're saving between $15 and $16 per month on your own Shakeology. So even if you want to sign up for the discount, that's fine too. We have those coaches that they're called discount coaches, and that's fine. But again, the path is entirely up to you. This is your business, and our team is, I'm proud to say, a 2-time elite team, which means we're a team that has ranked in the top 1% of the company for the past 2 years, and we've only been around 3 years. So that's something that I'm really proud of my team for. And what that means to you is that you've got a team of absolutely incredible people who are here to support you, who are here to teach you, how to create what you want with this business. We aren't going to pressure you to do anything you don't want to do. It's entirely up to you, again, however you want to run your business. And if you want to, go for the gold right away, we're here to support you. And if you want to just, help out a couple of friends and family, or just enjoy the discount, that's fine as well. Whatever path you choose, we're here to support you. And you have that great advantage of coming onto a team that's ready to do that for you, that's well established, and really a team that's full of coaches that have become the best of friends and like family to me and to each other, and they can attest for that as well. But so how do you enroll? Basically, what I recommend is for you to enroll with a challenge pack, and that is the exact same way I enrolled. And the reason being is because when you buy a challenge pack, which is any of our programs and a 30-day supply of Shakeology, the $40 coach registration fee is waived. So again, there's no fee to sign up if you're enrolling with a challenge pack, and you're just going to be paying the $15.95 a month. I mentioned earlier, but I know people ask all the time, how about if I want to cancel? Cancel at any time. There's no contracts, there's nothing. You can cancel at any time, and it's entirely your decision, hassle-free. There's a form you send in, and the next day you're canceled. But I'm certain that this is going to be something that once you start, as it was for me, it's going to be something, whether it's on a small scale or on a life-altering amazing skill like it has been for me, it's going to be something that you're really going to enjoy. You're really going to feel thankful for, and you're going to just enjoy, again, the community and the health transformations and just the overall benefit of being a coach. So that being said, I'm going to wrap it up. I'm sorry for my voice again, but I hope you guys all got a lot of great content out of this. And if you were referred to this call by someone on the team, please make sure to check back with them, to message them now or whenever you'd like, and let them know that you're ready to enroll, and they can send you a link to enroll. And again, like I said, once you do that, within an hour, you already have your online office and your website set up, so you can start picking through all that, and it's really fun and really neat and exciting. And if it was me that invited you to the call, I can't wait to chat with you after and get you going on this. So thank you guys again for joining us. I look forward to seeing you and our team, and have a great night.